I've actually managed to make myself look a little bit presentable for this video. Makes a change. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Yasmine. This is my getting my life together. I've started with money, but there's loads more to come. So I would love it if you'd subscribe and come along for the journey. If you hit the bell button next to the subscribe button, you will get notifications when I upload a new video. Currently, this is my finance journey, but I've got exciting things planned for March. So I will do another video on that. But for now, this is going to be my February closeout. I actually was not organised enough in February to be able to go through what I spent in different categories of my budget. But I'm going to just run through all of my sinking funds to say where I'm at. And then I know sort of like where I'm starting from March. I think it's just really good to refresh your mind about exactly where you're at with one of your savings goals or targets, how progress is. And I'll be setting some goals for the month as well, which again will be a separate video as my goals for March, because I don't like to make them too long. Basically, this is a quick check as to what I've got in my sinking funds and my savings, because I haven't been that consistent throughout February. And I'm planning to be much more consistent throughout March. And then I hope that the end of March we'll be able to have a bit more of a deep dive into what I've spent and where. So let's get into it. So I'm going to have a run through my sinking funds binder and my spending binder just to sense check where I am. I'm going to use this page. It's not the correct page. There actually is one for tracking where you're at with your savings, but I've already messed that up. Well, it's the right categories, but I don't really want it in that order. So I am just going to use this for now because February has passed. I didn't utilise this book as best as I could have done. So I'm going to use it for my categories. And I'm literally just going to put the category name here and then what I've got left, just so I've got a record of it. So let's start with spending. I am actually going to stuff this week's money after as well. So I'll decide at this point whether I'm going to take the money out for savings or if I'm going to roll anything over. So food's got 20 from leftover from last week, and I'm going to keep that in there and roll it over. But I will just make a note. Food 20, petrol's got nothing. These ones don't matter so much because they're not kind of sinking funds that I'm trying to build up, but I'm just making a note anyway. Travel's got 10. That's for like parking and stuff like that. Spending, I've managed to be quite good and I've still got some left. That's 20 left in there. I think usually I might take some of this out and start again with my new cash stuffing, but I think I am a little bit nervous this month because, as some of you will know from watching my other videos, I've actually reduced my income by about £650. And the month before I reduced my income by £500. So I think I'm just a bit nervous to put too much into savings at the moment when I'm not sure how I will be. Social has got 40. So what I might do is at the end of the month, if I've got some left over, this is the end of February, but at the end of March, if I've got some left over, that might be when I take it out and put it into savings. Days out, which is more about the kids' time, has got 40. I'm pleased that's got 40 because coming into spring and it feels like we might start to do some more things. And miscellaneous has got 20. So that's it for spending. So I have left all of that in there. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do, but none of it was so huge that I needed to take it out. Social's quite high. But yeah, that is my spending. My sinking funds has got quite a few more categories. So self-care, and these are the ones that I sort of add money into whenever I can, and I don't really have an idea of what's in here. So I've got 20, 40, 55 in self-care. I'm going to leave that in there. It's kind of more personal than self-care because it's for basically anything I need. Nails, hair, but equally just anything else that I need. Oh my God, I've forgotten what was in there. 20, 40, 55. Yeah. This is eating out. We are actually going out for lunch today with some friends. Oh, what is wrong with me? So I'm going to take that out. But officially, at the end of February, I had 60 in there. Eating out. 60. School. Used a bit of this last week for World Book Day costumes. 20, 35. Which I'm happy with considering I have just dipped into it for quite a bit. School. 35. Gifts has got 40. Something that I've had to be topping up quite regularly recently because the kids have been going to lots of parties that were delayed from lockdown. This says beauty, need to change the label, say it every time. It's actually clothing. 20, 40, 60, 81. It's clothing for the kids really, because I don't need anything. And I have actually got some new folders coming that I've ordered from Budget with Ira, which will have things more for me in. Oh, there's money on both sides. So I've ordered a couple more envelopes, and they will be for like if I want to buy clothes, but at the moment I don't need anything. It's more of a forward thinking, low priority type thing. So for Christmas, this is quite exciting. I've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 30, 40. So I've got 140 for Christmas. How much do you guys save? I know it doesn't, you can't compare, but I'm always interested in how much people spend, because some spend so little and some spend a lot. Last year I only budgeted £250, so we're quite close to that. But I have seen people budgeting a lot more, and I do wonder if maybe I should make more of Christmas while my kids are young. I've never really made a big deal of Christmas. So I'm wondering whether, because I've done quite well so far, whether I keep going and make Christmas a bit bigger this year. I don't know. Never really been a Christmassy sort of household. Family holiday, which was a new one I started saving towards last couple of weeks. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80 in family holiday. That's nice. I really love going away with the kids. Family holiday, 80. And then travelling by myself, solo travel, 20, 40, 5, 50. Solo travel, 50. And sometimes because of my work that I do on Instagram, I can combine like a press trip with a extra bit of staying somewhere. So often I use that for that. Charity has 20. Might use that this week actually. I've seen quite a few different fundraisers for quite specific things for Ukraine. So I might send that there. Right, so these are my digital savings. I save up money for tax. So I've had my tax bill just come through. Obviously there's always a panic at this time of year, but for anyone who doesn't do taxes for themselves, the taxes that we've just had to complete are actually for 2020 to 2021, and now soon we can do the ones that are up to this year into 2021. I wasn't making very much money, so actually I didn't have to pay any tax. My income massively decreased, and that was one of the reasons that I ended up getting into so much debt. However, I've obviously been quite lucky since then and have had lots of opportunities over the past year. So this is tax savings for the future tax return. So I've got 4,210. And as you guys will know, I have dipped in and out of that at times. But when I make money from my business and I pay myself, I try and put bigger chunks into here. You will have seen other people, especially with their Etsy, divide up their income with like 20% to tax. Sometimes I've paid myself from my business and I've put 100% to tax because I know that I haven't always done that. So I'm kind of very conscious of trying to stay on track. My emergency fund is a priority for me. I have dipped into this last week and I did a TikTok video on this, but basically I decided to pay my water bill a year up front and I paid it out of my emergency fund. Then when I did my next week's budget a couple of days later, I put 100 back in. So this is not right. Yes, it is. So I was at 2,000, went down to 1,600 and I'm now back up to 1,700 because I just thought it would be really nice to pay that water bill. And now I'm going to save up to pay the next year's water bill in one go. And my emergency fund target is £9,000 because that would be 3 months worth of my bills. However, I'm really like ecstatically over the moon that I've even got 1,700 sitting here. That's a huge amount of money and I've never had savings in my whole life. So to know that I've got this there meant I felt comfortable taking that water bill out. You know, I am employed at the moment. I've got money coming in. So I sort of felt like for now it was nice to just get rid of the water bill. But yeah, I do plan to focus on that and get it back up again. Car maintenance. I try to put £80 a month in. I haven't been very successful every month. So I chucked £100 in last month. I'm at 654. My car insurance and MOT and all of that isn't due until quite a lot later in this year. So that I'm quite comfortable with that. My insurance is usually about £500. And yeah, it's a brand new car. So shouldn't need too much work in terms of MOT. My health fund, so I used this a while ago for excess for private healthcare via my day job because I needed to have some biopsies and it was obviously much quicker, unfortunately. So I used that up and I've just been stacking it back up for things like teeth. You will have heard from my very early videos that I needed to go to the dentist. I still need to go to the dentist, so I do need to keep putting a little bit of money in there. Loft, this is the first time I'm sharing this. I think I've talked about it and shared it, but basically I had £4,000 left over from the remortgage, which I put straight into a savings pot online for the loft. Since then, I was able to put £300 on the 18th when I got paid, and then subsequently I've put £100 into the loft. So I'm at £4,400. I've had some quotes through. I might do a separate video on it just to talk you through. And I'm actually going to do a house tour as well because lots of people have requested it. Then I've got remaining cash challenge. I haven't been very good at using cash recently, so not much has been going on here. I've got £34. I've stopped writing them in here, haven't I? I'll go back and do that after. I've been chatting too much. £34 here, and then I have done my zeroing my bank account every now and again, and that's got 58 digitally. And then there's the 34. That is everything. Oh, I'm a bit annoyed that I didn't write those down, but I will do it in a minute. So this £60 here, I wonder if I've got my eating out. I don't know if I have an eating out. I'm popping out for lunch, like a pub lunch. It's a really great pub actually, and they've got like a thing called Kids Table. So when we eat lunch in the pub, the kids can go and do arts and crafts with the lovely people from Kids Table. So that's great. I might leave their Instagram below actually in case you're in and around London, because they're brilliant and it's free. So you get to eat dinner in peace and the kids get to make some lovely crafts and it's completely free. So yeah, that's £60 going in there because I'm, like I said, going for lunch with my friends. But that is where I'm at with my sinking funds. The next video is going to be my goals. Let me turn the camera back around and talk to you properly. That's better. Okay, so the next video is going to be my goals for March, and that's going to be a bit more, you see my rubbish bag in the background, that's going to be a little bit more holistic. It's not going to be just about finances. I've got a lot going on and I wanted to share a bit more with you guys basically. So I will do my money goals, I will do my business goals and my goals that are to do with my home and organisation, and some personal goals as well. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then don't forget to hit the bell and you'll find out when that new video is up. I'm gonna have to do some cash stuffing from this week as well, which I'm probably about to film. And other than that, I'm gonna just try and keep everybody up to date as I go. I'm feeling really motivated again in terms of the content making side of this. I've been sticking to the budgets and using the envelopes and all of that, but I have been a bit quiet on social media. But I've got my mojo back now and hopefully it's here to stay. Anyway, if you made it this far, I'm going to pop a green emoji. I can't think of one right now, but one of the plant ones here to match my dress. And green is my favourite colour. So yeah, if you've made it this far, then please comment with one of these emojis. But I would love to know if you have anything else that you want to see from me. As you can hear, I'm going to do a house tour. I'm going to do some more lifestyle-y type stuff, because basically the approach I've taken with my money is the approach I want to take with lots of other areas of my life. And so I thought it would be fitting to share. I'm also a coach in my everyday life and I'm a project manager. So I'm just trying to start to see where I can utilise those skills in, one, helping you guys with anything that you're inspired by that I've been doing and you want to do more, and also with myself. It's always been a bit of a running joke in my head and with my close friends and family that I'm a project manager, but I can't manage my own life. But I feel like we're getting there. I need to stop being so down on myself, because we definitely are getting there. And yeah, I'm just so straightforward and get stuff done at work. And I really struggle with things in my personal life, and that's how I end up in debt. But yeah, feeling like it is turning around now. So yeah, let me know. I'm rambling, but let me know what you want to see, and I will be making hopefully 3 videos a week. I've got a little bit of time now that I've gone part-time at work. So yeah, I'll speak to you all soon. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for following me in my journey and all of your likes and comments and everything. I really, really appreciate it.